Hey guys, I'm John Barklow, and today I want to talk to you about backcountry cooking systems. Forgetting your spoon on day one of a week-long trip is not that big a deal until you spend the rest of the week eating your dehydrated food with some kind of spork that you whittled out of a stick. And so a backcountry cooking system is more than just the stove. The stove is kind of the primary focus, and that's a really important focus, and we want to make sure that we're selecting the best stove. But to go with the stove is obviously fuel, and we want to plan our fuel consumption so that that stove is always running. But we also want to make sure that we've got a lot of accessories to go with that to build out this holistic cooking system. So if you're eating dehydrated food, you're going to want that stove. And if you're like me, you're also going to want a hot cup of coffee in the morning. So that's a critical component. But a few other things to consider are the utensils. So making sure that you've got that spoon so that you don't have to get splinters in your tongue from eating out of that whittled spoon that you made on day one. Some other things to consider are the cups, the bowls, the things you're going to eat out of. Now, I like to field strip a lot of my meals so that I eat them right out of the bag. But like for a cup, you can bring something just like this that collapses down, no factor. Another thing is lighters. How many times have we gotten there, or I've gotten there, set up, I'm ready to go, and I can't find a lighter? And I start to panic. Oh my gosh, did I bring a lighter? Where is my lighter? And so lighters are something you want to bring multiples of, because without that lighter, that stove isn't going to work. Now, a few other things are water. So you don't necessarily think of water filtration or purification as part of your cooking system, but it actually is. If you're gonna take cold water and pour it, say, in dehydrated granola in the morning, that water has to be purified or filtered. And so what kind of device are you bringing? It is filtration. Is it some type of UV device? Is it chlorine dioxide tabs? All these things have to be taken into consideration. And then water storage. Am I gonna be working out of a Nalgene bottle? Am I gonna bring bladders? And how those integrate with your water filtration or purification is important. So as an example, am I taking water and filtering it, and that exit hose, does it integrate with my water bladder? That's gonna make things a lot easier. It's gonna prevent you from spilling things, etc. The other thing is making sure that we keep those cooking accessories clean. So with wet wipes, with hand sanitizer, things like that. I do not promote eating out of the cook pot or drinking out of your cook pot, because you're never going to clean that as well. And then nobody wants their coffee in the morning to taste like the chicken a la king that they had the night before because they ate that dehydrated food right out of the pot. The last thing is you want to make sure that when you do get ready to clean, that you have some type of small towel or sanitizing wipe, something like that, that you can clean these things so that they stay clean from day to day to day. So the cooking system is really important to keep us fueled, to keep us healthy, to keep us focused, and make sure we're having fun, right? Nobody wants to go out there and starve. And so it's really important that when you're assembling this, which can often be almost an afterthought, we spend all this time building the food list, but then we don't spend as much time building our backcountry cooking system, that both of these things integrate to keep us in the field more engaged.